Good morning, each and everyone. So, today we are going to deal with a grammar session. In this today's grammar session, we are going to deal with voices of English grammar. What are voices in English grammar? In English grammar, voices are the way we choose to say something to someone else. And in English, we have active voice and passive voice. In this session, we will be looking to the differences between active and passive voice. And of course, we need to learn some basic rules about active and passive voice. We will be looking into that also. Moving on. What are active and passive voice? What is the basic difference between active and passive voice? When you choose to say something in active voice, the sentence would be concise, direct, and to the point. For example, as shown in this slide, Shalini helps Smita. It's an active voice, and the sentence is concise, direct, and it's to the point. What about passive voice? Let's understand passive voice. Likewise, as shown in the PPT. Imagine yourself as a person or a bystander who is standing aside and watching the Shalini helping Smita. And this bystander is going to report this incident to someone. And this bystander may choose to say the same thing like this: Smita is helped by Shalini. This way of telling something is known as passive voice. Let's understand this topic and difference a little bit more. Okay. As said, the active voice is more direct, clear, and concise. For example, Maria is eating oranges, or Leta writes a letter. Here, Maria is the subject, eating is the verb, and of course, the object is oranges. Likewise, let's take a second sentence, that is, Leda writes a letter. Here, Leda is the subject, writes is a verb, and letter is the object. So, this is how active voice works. Sentences in active voice is more direct, clear, and concise. Let's see how this changes. What is a change that a sentence is undergoing when it is converted to passive voice? As I have said, passive voice, a sentence is said to be in passive voice when a bystander standing aside and looking at this particular incident and he or she is reporting it to someone else. For example, oranges were eaten by Maria. A letter is written by Leda. Of course, you have seen some changes in the position of subject, object, and verb. Let's find out what it is. Some basic rules. We have seen that in active voice there is subject and object. Maria is eating oranges. There the subject is Maria. Oranges is the object. When you are converting the same sentence into passive voice, you have seen that there is a difference in the positioning of subject and object. Let's see what it is. Here, when you're converting this particular active voice to passive voice, subject of the active voice will become object in the passive voice, and object of the active voice will become subject in passive voice. Let's see an example. How subject in the active voice changes to object in passive voice, object of the active voice changes to subject in passive voice. Let's understand it with an example. He opens the gate. This particular sentence is in active voice. Here, he is a subject, opens is a verb, and gate is the object. So when you're converting this particular sentence to passive voice, as I have said, subject of the active voice, that is he here, changes to object in the passive voice, and object of the active voice will become subject of the passive voice. Here, gate is the object, it becomes subject in the passive voice, gate. Here, he is a subject, he will become object in the passive voice, by him. Gate is opened by him. Verb is also undergoing some changes, which we'll be looking into more detail in the next video. Thank you.